Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner, and this is my review for The Housewives of Atlanta Season 15, The Reunion Part 1. Child, look. Honey, we're gonna just ask for Jesus to fix it. Ain't nothing left to do but to ask for the dear Lord to fix all the foolishness going on and whatnot. I just finished watching the episode. I started watching this reunion at around 3:30. Okay. And when I say everything has been happening in, I wasn't that entertained. I was a bit bored. You could tell some folks had pre-recorded, pre-used, pre-written down, pre-made clapbacks. People put too much emphasis on props and this and that and that and this, okay? And I'm just not here for the B and the S of it all, okay? But then we're gonna get into it and have a quick conversation about the Housewives reunion of season 15. And I feel like next season we don't need all these people back. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. It's a lot going on, but not enough to warrant anybody getting a peach next season. Like, I was like, that y'all bored? Y'all gotta be bored. Is y'all phone it in? Is the ET phone home? Let me know. Okay, but y'all know first things first, if you have not done so already, take a second to subscribe to my channel. To become a whole JayBirds, dun. Okay, do not forget to also like the video. Because liking the video helps YouTube share it with those and whatnot. Okay, please make sure to also comment in the comment section because it's a conversation between us and y'all and we and they. Okay, you can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay, and where I'm at, hi. Okay, hello to everyone here. Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Happy day off work day. We want to give all love and respect to laborers around this world who be doing this and doing that or whatever and getting things done for us. But happy day off work day. Okay, that's what's for me. Okay, today, this leaves look funny. Today is a day off work. Because I'm back at work tomorrow. So okay, the lives coming for me. Where was my braids doing? Usually I'm live after 9 p.m. So tomorrow's Tuesday night chats where we'll discuss foolishness and whatnot will be at 9 p.m. for those who don't know. Okay. Want to make sure my braids don't be looking crazy. Anyway, hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Okay. These people right here, tried to give what they thought was given. I just don't know. I feel like my opinion is they not new to this. Like none of this is new. And watching that 55-minute reunion, I felt like it was disjointed. It seemed scrambled together. It seemed like it was a cut and paste. It seemed like it was, I don't know who set us up with the B of the S, but I was like, I just wasn't entertained. It was like, oh, I guess so. Okay. But hello to the people who are here. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being around here. Okay. Happy Monday to everybody. I didn't watch the reunion. However, I am here for what's happened last night. Last night was the reunion. Last night was also Speak on It. The reunion, I feel like if you, I'm going to move. I'm trying to, leave things with, but I'm saying, I'll watch it later. It's weird because I feel like the blogs is the ones who are posting the clips, and the clips that are on social media is really the whole reunion. Like, you really did not have to watch because I review it. I review it. So that's one thing, but I feel like I watched it thinking, well, no, there's going to be things happening, that we should talk about. There are things happening that you should watch it for, but it really wasn't. And even though Peacock had, an uncensored, unedited, unfiltered version, I was like, how was that any different from what aired on, the regular cable thing? That was a bit confusing. Okay. Yeah, rushed, chopped, screwed, put together with paste and tape, and I mean like cheap tape, not expensive tape, not duct tape, cheap tape, Scotch tape, the kind of tape you use to tape up Christmas gifts. Okay, tape that's real easy to get off. I'm like, what is going on? Why? And it's the fact that they're only getting a 2-part episode, a 2-part reunion, to me speaks volumes into it. Wasn't nothing to talk about, because even this first one, I was like, don't nobody care about Marlo and Scott Lee. Marietta came out, barely said much of anything. Courtney came out too hot. I'm over it. I'm over it. Okay, be safe driving the truck. Okay, be safe driving the truck. Okay, the laughing been played while people were trying to talk in the background with the people. Yeah, and I'm like, y'all trying to focus in on the little shade, and it was really Sheree and Marlo, little shady things being said or whatever, like a dynamic duo of debauchery. I was like, it was Andy seemed bored. Like, okay, I'll let him talk. Just let him talk. And it was weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. I've been having a day. It's been good enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm around here, and I'm just gonna stick to what's on the television, okay? But hey to y'all, I feel like because the ladies knowing about the next season, Sheree was fighting for a peach. I feel like all of them were fighting for a peach in one way or the other, because from Drew was fighting for a peach as far as Drew is the only person on that stage that has a real storyline that can continue into next season. Drew is going through a full-fledged public divorce. Okay, Drew has an actual storyline that we want to see. Sheree and Martell ain't no storyline. Sheree ain't gonna be around here fussing with Bob over that extra baby he had a long time ago. Okay, Saya, birthday baby, congrats, but we don't care. We want her to have a healthy pregnancy. We want Saya to have a healthy pregnancy, a healthy baby, but we don't care to see her birth the baby next season. We don't. Kenya, we not gonna see Mark on camera. She hasn't confirmed. Yes, she's going to, have a surrogate baby or whatever. So what is she gonna give next season? What is Kandi gonna give next season? She gonna open a new restaurant? She gonna be on another show? She gonna be Courtney gonna be trying to stalk Ralph and stalk Drew. Marlo gonna be around here trying to still be on Ozempic. So I feel like all of them in one way or the other was trying to, hold on to the peach. Let me hold on to my peach. Let me defend why I was so boring this season. Let me defend why I wasn't around so much on the season. Let me say with me, it was whatever. To me, and it's just a fact that Drew is the only person who has an actual storyline. Even if we think Drew's a liar, she's going through a divorce. Even if we feel like Ralph a liar, they're going through a divorce. We see it playing out. We've seen this building up and building up. It's not solid as a rock no more. It isn't. We will see anything. I don't know how if Ross ain't entertaining in Atlanta, why would he be entertaining in Texas? That's the weird. Like Ross is a handsome man. Saya's husband is handsome. He is. He don't talk much. He don't say much. He stand by his wife and he supports his wife, and that's what he is. So I feel like I don't know how fun that would be. So I feel like they came around here, okay, in their Sunday's best, okay, dressed to the nines, hoping that something would happen. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. Let's get into the actual video. Not video, Lord Jesus. The review. Well, first I want to show a couple of the fashions, because even though we went over the fashions before, we have close-ups now, folks' faces and hairs and makeups, and I have opinions, okay? Now, I feel like Monyetta hair and makeup is really, really great. I like her look from the bust up. I love her hair. I love the fact that it's the crop do, but it has, the curls of it all. I love the color of it all. A little bit of black, a little brown. It's cute. Okay. She don't have much jewelry on. I think it's just, a little earring or whatever. I like Monyetta's look from the bust up. Okay. Courtney looked like a goddamn figure skater. Courtney looked like a female black version of Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan. Okay. She looked like she's going on an ice skating situation. I don't like it. And for some reason, one titty bigger than the other. I don't know why. I'm confused, but I'm letting it be. So yeah, I don't like her. I don't like her look up close. I don't. Even her, them sitting down, where we see the full outfit of them sitting there. For both Monyetta and for Courtney. Sitting down from the waist down, I like Courtney's dress. I don't like what's up there. I don't like what's up there. Okay. Yes, ads will play every 12 minutes, but this is a live. Okay. I just need my money. So every 12 minutes, y'all will get a short ad, because I need y'all to let YouTube pay me. Because y'all don't pay me. YouTube does. But YouTube puts the ad here and there. But yes, this is a live, very much so. But there are minimal ads that are short, quick, and stout. Okay. That's what you Courtney looked like a futuristic figure skater. Come on. I'm mad Courtney had an oven roasting bag built in the front of her. It is. I'm like, what is she doing? Now, sitting down, I like Mangetta's look. Standing up, when we saw Mangetta's look of her standing up, a couple weeks ago, I did not like the pants were too long, but seeing her sitting down, it matches. It's cute. It's too plain for me for a reunion look. But I mean, she's a friend of. She wasn't on the show that much. Hell, she wasn't on the reunion that much or whatever. So I feel like her outfit is fine for what it is, okay, for what it is. But, Courtney, I just don't like Courtney's girl. Courtney is a black figure skater. Okay, Brown, he's trying to be as American. Because I don't know no black figure skater name. I don't. It's sad. Let's see. Face cards for Kenya, for Sheree, for Drew. This is the blonde hair crew. I do not like Kenya's hair. I get what she was going for. I don't like it. I don't. And I know it's a wig, which is fine. I don't like it. I don't understand it. Her makeup is fine. Kenya's face card will never decline. And even though I don't like her hair, it's like the hair look cute. I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Sheree's face looks new. Forehead looks new. Mouth looks new. Nose looks new. Her smile looks new. Her face looks like this is a new face. I don't know how much I can stretch it yet. But I'm still here. I love her makeup and her hair, but her face looks like this is a new face. I'm testing my new face out. Let's see how much I can stretch it and smile. It looked new. Sheree round here with new titties and new faces, so can't nobody tell me different. We know that she admitted in the season that she got a nose job and that she got a boobs done. We'll discuss that in 1 second. But, up close, Sheree looks fine. She just looks like she got her face done. It's that simple. She got her face done. A lot of people had their faces done. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Drew looked very made up. And what I mean is, Drew, if you've ever seen Drew without makeup, Drew was very beautiful. However, I feel like she has a lot of makeup on. I would have wished for a little less makeup. I feel like she's very put together. But if you're coming on here, hey ma, wait, I'm sorry, somewhere. That's my mother. Okay, I'm not gonna FaceTime you right now, because then I'll get all discombobulated. Love you. Bum, 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 bum. Anyway, and then before I know, she's driving home. But yeah, Drew came looking like I'm here to show this Negro who we divorced and how good I look. Okay, there's nothing wrong with Drew's look. Just sometimes I feel like, it'd be a little bit too heavy makeup when I feel like Drew's natural face is more beautiful than her made up face, with a whole bunch of makeup and stuff. I like her hair. I even like the earrings, but her forehead should not be so reddish, brownish, at all. So that's weird. So, with Drew's, it's too much makeup on Drew when she's right. Boom. Drew is naturally beautiful, but we don't see that as much because on the show it's makeup. Sheree to me Sheree and Kenya both to me look better, more clean face. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I just need folk to stop. Look, if I can be around here on camera, regular faced, with only some lipstick on, I ain't got nothing else on my skin beside my skin. It's just me looking out and looking in. They can be around here with their beautiful skin and their beautiful selves, looking great. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Okay. Now, the other ladies, okay, who's on the other end of the well, I put them in no little order, just how I decided to take screenshots. Kandi, Sonya, and Marlo. I'm trying not to be mean. I'm trying not to be petty. I'm trying to keep my pettiness at bay, okay? Kandi's makeup looks fine. I don't like her hair. It's too... Kandi's bob looks like they used kitchen scissors at the last minute and made a longer wig, a shorter wig, and they didn't bump her ends. Okay, I'm gonna move on. I love Sonya's hair and makeup. When I say I love Sonya's hair and makeup, I don't know how else to say. Like, that is like perfection. It don't look too, like, we know that she added some, we know that ain't her hair. We know she added in some things. We know she has on makeup. However, Sonya still look like Sonya. And I'm like, Sonya, even though, we're going to discuss her dress in 1 second. Even though, you know, sometimes she irked my nerve. I'm like, she for sure, in my opinion, had best hair, best makeup. Because it's not simple, but it's simple. But it's not simple. You know what I'm saying? The makeup ain't natural, it ain't bare, but it ain't over the top. I loved her hair and her makeup. I really, really did. And she sometimes irked all my nerves. Marlo looked like she just had sex. Marlo looked like she had her hair done. She then said, "Oh, let's have a quickie." Okay. And she tried to not sweat her hair out, but it was hot in that room. And so her hair got sweated out. And so she said, "Let me pin it up." Marlo has, "I just had sex here. I'm going to pin it up here." That's what Marlo has. It looked messy and unintentional messy. Like, you know, you have those intentional messy, you know, messy hair moments or whatever. But for Marlo, I'm like, her hair was so basic and so simple. It was weird. Her face is cute. You know, makeup is simple as well. But I ain't like, you know, her hair. Now, the people who sit on the couch, okay? Because they're sitting in order of what they are. Oh, they already have, that's where I did. See, I'll be asked the fan be forgetting. So one side of the couch, we have Sheree, Marlo, and Sonya. So sitting down, what I will say, looking at this from a distance, get in there, okay? I like how we see all three of them are in different shades of a color, okay? It's cute. It's whatever. I still feel like Sheree dress is too basic and too simple. I still feel like Sheree is wearing a maxi dress from She by Sheen with a waist trainer. She paid good money for them new boobs. Sheree went and had a boob done, her nose done, and they did not a damn bit of her uterus. Okay, to fix them fibroids. I don't know why. I do not understand someone saying, "Hey, I don't want to have surgery on my fibroids because I don't want to have surgery because I do not want to have to, you know, sit down for a couple weeks." But you went and had a nose job and a boob. You had 2 plastic surgeries. You had 2 cosmetic procedures done on your body, but you did not want to have 1 medical procedure for fibroids. I don't understand. I don't understand. I do not. Again, yes, ass play on my lives. You can hit skip when live you just skip. Okay, I need my monies. So when I see ad pop up as I'm playing, I repeat it to y'all so y'all know. Okay, but yes, this is a live. You can hit skip, but again, I need my monies. Anyway, he says, "Does Sheree top have points? It looks like it. So I may hopefully they're her nipples. Hopefully." Sitting from a distance, Sheree looks great, but Sheree's face looks new. Just saying. Marlo's outfit absolutely looked like Mrs. Roper. No tea, no shade. It does. It is what it is. It looks like Mrs. Roper. It's not a bad thing that she looked like Mrs. Roper. But I feel like it's just, and considering the fact that she's around here taking Ozempic to lose weight, I would have thought she would have worn something, to show how much weight she's lost using medication that's supposed to be for people who are diabetic. And that's just that on that. But I still hate her hair. I still hate her hair. Saya dress sitting here. I still think it's a simple basic dress. I do. Like, it ain't no fuss, ain't no must. The color's cute, it's shiny, that's fine. But I'm like, whatever. But them, the three amigos of nowhere is what they are. On the other side of the couch, okay, we had Kandi, Kenya, and Drew. I wish Kandi's dress had more of the greenish, just because the same way we saw, this is the same way how we kind of seen, they have these three different colors, so kind of look cohesive, but not cohesive, but cohesive. I do wish a little bit, or I wish Kandi was sitting in the middle. This so that, what I'm saying, look a little bit different, whatever. Okay, so the colors of it all. I like Kenya's dress. I know some folk did not, but sitting there, I liked it. I did. But I get she also looks like the dude from Monster. Which one is the monster? The monster from Monster. Okay, she do look like him with the feathers of it all. But again, I'm like, Marlo dress also had feathers. Hers were just blue. So when Marlo said, when Marlo did her fashion, whatever, and she said, Kenya, I'm like, you have the same thing. And when Kenya said, you look like Mrs. Roper over there talking about me, I said, come on, let her know, Kenya. But I'm like, Marlo also has a whole bunch of feathers too. They're just different color. And hers just happens to not be on her arms like Kenya's was. But I didn't mind Kenya's dress, even with the arms of it all. I still like Drew's dress a lot. Thank you, Sully. I'm like, which one is it? Okay. The dress ain't that bad. It's the hair. Yeah, because I didn't like her hair. I didn't like her. Now, Kenya's hair gave Mrs. Roper. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? It was with us. It's company too. But it was fine. It was what it was. Looks wise, I know when we saw the looks separately earlier and we discussed them, like I don't like this and I don't like that, and it can be better. But a part of me feel like they look fine. It's not that big of an issue. It could have been better. Okay, it was with the tuss. The set was supposed to be set in Portugal, and I'm gonna also say this. So Andy and the team always put out, hey, we're gonna be shooting. We're gonna be shooting a reunion. People send in questions. They put that out before we saw the last 6 episodes. I feel like the questions most of us sent in for the reunion, we hadn't seen the juicy shit. So I'm mad because I'm like, had y'all told me to send questions in, now we would have had more questions, because you can't ask us for questions when we haven't even seen the rest of the season, because I did submit some questions, but I feel like the questions I submitted for, and when I saw the other questions other people submitted, I'm like, we were talking about stuff that happened earlier in the season. Now this reunion made me feel like they were focusing on certain things that was layered on in the season, not stuff like, how are we having a whole conversation and y'all haven't talked about Kandi and Marlo beefing over Marlo's BS comments about the shooting? Like, how are we talking about stuff that happened at the end of the season on part 1 of a reunion. Y'all ain't brought up nothing. And we have one part left of the reunion. And for what? Ralph got to come on. Drew got to sing. I'm like, y'all, did y'all cut out? Did y'all ask any questions from the beginning? I'm so confused. Usually the reunions go like it start out for what happened earlier in the season and it progresses throughout. I'm like, how is we wait? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, the end of the reunion should address things that happened toward the end of the season. Like, how is Drew and Courtney fussing and fighting over stuff that happened on the season finale? That would have been a big argument to have towards, because all of this, Courtney, Drew, Ralph, should be in one full segment. Why did that end? Like, we should not even. God, I'm getting mad already. Because I'm like, it's a B of the S. Like, how are we even coming around here fussing about the end of the season? How? And again, we only have one. If this was a 3-part reunion, that would make sense. Okay, like, when had they ever brought out the friends of on part 1? So that's why I feel like, as I said earlier on, you can tell everybody, all the women, okay, even the friends of all of the women, okay, you had to add folks right. Because I didn't feel like, I did not feel like having to go scene by scene, and I'm like, no, we're gonna just have them all up here and let that be that, okay? But again, I feel like everybody felt like, hey, we got a 2-part reunion. The ratings already whatever. They already discussing possibly doing a reboot, getting rid of people. You know what I'm saying? Let's come in here and do. But I'm like, they came in like the fact that these 3 are discombobulated. Like, Drew is on an island by herself. That's why I put Drew as a big picture. And everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Because Drew is on an island by herself. Now, I'm not going to say she lied to get to that island by herself. But I do feel like I don't understand why there's such a divide. Like, to me, the cast is more divided now because it really is Sheree, Marlo, and Sanya, and also fake-ass cousin Courtney. It's Kenya and Kandi, and then it's Drew, who can trickle in where she sees fit. But I'm like, honey, it's weird to me that it's such a divided cast. And I feel like even the fact that Marlo, Sheree, Sanya, and Courtney are an alliance, that ain't good to me because I know they on B of the S. And then I feel like, for part 2 of the reunion, it's going to be, because they have to get into the full thing of Ralph and Drew. The fact that they don't even bring out the husbands no more. Todd ain't gonna be there. Ross ain't gonna be there. Who's got a husband? My get a husband won't be on there, but even if she's a friend of. Courtney ain't got no husband. Ralph there, even though him and Drew going through a divorce. I'm like, what is going on? It's like it's like they're not friends. They're not. And the fact that I saw part of the speak on it last night because it pissed me off when I was watching it. But seeing Kandi say, like, me and Drew are not friends. I'm like, clearly. So it's like Drew don't have no friends on this show. She doesn't. I also feel like Drew, look. When Drew's sister said Drew is the one that's going to protect her husband, protect her marriage, and try to fix shit in-house, I get that. But because she's done that, she has ostracized herself from ladies, they think you be lying. But I'm like, Sheree lied. We know when Sheree gets stuttering, she's lying. And I feel like we were saying it before. production, the powers that be are really probably looking to see how will this reunion play out? How will the fans react to the ladies? How will the ratings play out before we say who we want to bring back? Period. And the show to me is now like no one is really trying to get along. No one is trying. And even if they get along, it don't last long. It don't last long. So like even when they move past stuff, Sheree still be messy and petty. Marlo was always messy and petty. Saya is in the middle of the ocean just trying to wade in the water to float to whichever side, services her. And the bad part is, like, to me, people are taking joy in what Drew going through because it means we don't even have to give on camera. We can just read Drew. We can read Drew about her marriage, about her this and that and that and this, about that lawsuit. And I'm like, Sheree, how dare you try to come for Drew for a $1,000 lawsuit, which is petty. But we've known for years you cannot build your house. We've heard for years how you did not, even though no one has sued you yet for owing them money, does not mean that you ain't known as Sheree don't pay. I wouldn't say Saya don't lie. Saya is not a liar, but I do feel like Sanya, what is Sanya? I think Sanya. I think it's pronounced Sanya. Because I'll be forgetting something. I feel like I hear them pronounce it both ways. But I do feel like she played both sides. And because she played both sides, it's like she lying. And I agree, being known as a liar was that. Being known as a liar is a hard thing to overcome. And that's true. It's very, very true. But I feel like if you came, Drew came out the gate being judged. And I think from that point on, Drew feel like she can't trust the other ladies enough to be vulnerable enough to let them know what's going wrong. And when you do not trust the people around you to tell them what's going on, you do keep up a facade like, everything's great. Everything's great. I just a girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's bullshit. Okay? God, we need to get into the reunion. Let's get into the reunion. I'm just talking. I talk too damn much. Okay? Have y'all liked the video? Have y'all liked the video? Take one little second, y'all, or like 10 seconds and like the video. Okay, let's 42 seconds. I had to get some water. But we're back. Anyway, I'm trying to look at some comments, see what I missed once I walk into the kitchen. A landscape company sued Sheree? I said this on someone else's page. Drew, Ralph, Courtney equals Mel, Martell, and Ari. Drew and Mel on our cast. Ralph Martell had women talking bad about their wife. Only difference, Courtney got to the show. Well, this is true. They tried to get, not they tried to, but Cole saw tried to get on the show and it did not work. I seem to recall Sheree lawyers coming after her for paying fees. I agree, probably happened because Sheree don't pay. Sonya is a flip-flopper. She is. I think Sonya only sees things her own way. And we've seen her feel one way about something if Drew does it, but she'll feel different about the same thing if Marlo does it. So that she's for sure a flip flopper. Okay, you hear it all up and through, all up and through. Okay, Cyan Drew said the slightest thing and Kandi jumping down their throats and ostracizing them over petty ish. This is Housewives of Atlanta. Everyone shades everyone. I do feel like the shade comes, here and there from everyone. And, it's a thin line between, light shade and actually hating on people, in my opinion. Is it me or is the cast being all in? It's been in all of her marriage seem wrong. They haven't done this to this level. I feel bad for Drew. I agree. I feel like we all saw this coming. I feel like nobody who was watching the show was like, what? Drew and Ralph can divorce? I would have never thought. No one was surprised. So I feel like if y'all saw it coming and y'all we've seen how both Drew and Ralph have been. I also feel like this show is supposed to be about the women, the housewives. So when one person had we saw Drew's marriage. We can feel bad for Drew going through a divorce. Like, we never really saw Kenya's marriage. We never saw Sheree and Bob's marriage. Hell, we never saw Sheree with anybody. And, for real. So we could never really feel bad for Sheree. The only reason we feel bad for Kenny is because we know how much he wanted to be married and it did not work out. But we have seen the demise of Drew's marriage. We've seen Ralph be a whole complete asshole to Drew. So I feel like the fact that we haven't seen anybody be supportive of her publicly, as far as we know. We did see Kenya call Drew on the season finale. We seen, Sheree come in there and talk to Drew real fast, but Sheree was going through her own thing than her father's death. So I feel like the fact that we have a show that's about it's about people. It's housewives of Atlanta. To be a housewife, you're married. So I don't mind each person discussing their marriage. The issue I have is when other people make somebody else's marriage their storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like Sheree and Marlo have made other people's lives their storyline. I feel like now, because Drew is going through the BS with Ralph, they can kind of jump on and say, well, yeah, because when Drew brought up, or when Marlo brought up that Ralph called her, and then Sheree said, hey, like he called her before, I was like, wow, who does that? Who said, well, yeah, your husband called her? Like, who does that during a divorce? What woman does that to another woman? So it's like, yes, let me dig a little bit deeper in you that your husband was calling me, and you know that. I'm like, who does that? How is that supportive? The cast are the women. When the women on the show who hold peaches are siding with the husbands, are backing up the husbands, are trying to be nice about the husbands, I'm like, bitch, if Drew and Ralph divorced, Ralph would not be on the show next season by himself. That's confusing to me. Ralph was able to bring his mistress cousin on the show to get some airtime. Look, I agree. Yes, usually, I'm off work today, so I started at 7:30, but I talk a lot, so I'm going on like 40 minutes. But again, like that's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? But even how it started off, because it was a bunch of like BS talk, whatever. They get on Sheree and Bob and that the baby sipping C and how Bob popped up with a new daughter. The fact that Sheree tried to make it seem, well, I didn't care. You know, I don't care. You know, that happened before me. That happened before me and my kids, so I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? The girl is a daughter who came around after the fact. They never got a DNA test, but it's her daughter. It's his daughter. My kids did know, but did not tell people because they knew I wouldn't care. I'm like, even though Bob did not cheat on you, okay, even though Bob did not cheat on you, the fact that while y'all were married, he found out he had another child and never told you, as you're saying, that your children knew and they didn't tell you, and you didn't care because Bob ain't shit. It's B of the S. Sheree said, I thought it was a girlfriend. I was petty, so I brought Martell on the thing. If you didn't care, why would you bring Martell up? If you were not caring for some reason or the other, girl, miss me with the B of the S. Even her, you know, because Bob come to our house sometime, and he didn't want to leave, and we was all there chilling out, and I know Bob was. How you don't know who in your house? Bob and Martell only met a couple times. Girl, bye. Leave me be. And can't nobody tell me that Sheree kids knew about a child Bob had who they met. And they never mentioned this person to their mama while she was married to their daddy, even later in life. I don't understand. It ain't, look, don't no child not talk to their mom about their daddy, especially when they divorced. You know, Bob, because that older daughter ain't Bob's daughter. You know, Bob, is another daughter, mama, you know, bring up. Like, who doesn't have that conversation? Sheree be up here, Bob ain't lying. Bob, my mama and my birth father have been divorced, honey, since forever. Since forever. A long, since I was a kid. I was in preschool, kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? My birth parents, you know, were married, divorced. My mom met my dad who raised me, you know what I'm saying? But my birth father, who is still alive, I still would tell my mom stuff about him now, and she ain't been with that man in a month of forever. So I'm like, I don't know no child that over the years while having a because Sheree not distant from her kids. She had a close relationship with them. They ain't never mentioned an extra child. Never, ever miss me with the bullshit, okay? And then Andy, because now when Andy was asking the girls questions, when I say Andy asked the question. Andy asked Kenya about Bob and Martell being cut from the same cloth, because Kenya mentioned they the same fucking person. Okay, you don't do it. Bob Whitfield and Martell are cut from the same cloth of a fucked up tree, okay? And I liked Kenya's response. You know, she was like, based on what we know about Bob, okay, based on the history of what we know about Bob, plus what is public knowledge about Martell and his shenanigans, I do feel like they the same. They both are womanizers or whatever. They're both not honest, and they are. The fact that Bob came to his grandchild sip and see and let us slip and see his extra child proves Bob is not an honest person. Look, I will call my mama and I'm like, Mama, guess what your baby did? That is exactly what I say. And we laugh. My guess your baby did. And she laughed. Because again, my mom and that man ain't with the others, you know what I'm saying, since the 80s. Okay? Since the 80s. So I'm like, and I still would say, Mama, guess what your baby daddy called me and pissed me clean. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But I'm like, you had that conversation. And the fact that Kenya said Bob and Martell are the same. They are. They have the same traits. They come from the same tree, a bull of the shits. All up and through. And she said Martell could be different with Sheree. However, I spoke on how I felt on the information I knew. And I'm like, even though, Sheree can lie and try to say she don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. She didn't know. Even people who don't watch Love and Marriage, it's the same. Y'all play in the same pools. Y'all are both on show. And I'm like, the fact that you close to Carlos, you know Carlos show. Miss me, even if you don't actively watch that show every week, you've heard of Martell and the B of the S. So, and I like Kenya saying he could be different with Kenya. I get that. But however, based on what we've seen him do publicly and on that show, him and Bob, the same goddamn person. Now they get on Andy asking Kandi and Drew about them saying Sheree look like Drew. Look, we kept saying that Sheree look had changed. We now know while filming this show and doing her confessionals, Sheree was having work done. She was having her boobs done. She had her nose done. You have surgery, your body swells up. You have surgery. That's why Sheree was around here looking different. Sheree did look like Drew in the face. Because Kandi said, I was talking about a picture that had, that of Sheree that was out recently, that she looked just like Drew. She looked just like Drew. And when Sheree said, but you should be offended because that's my worst picture. If that's me looking like Drew, I will be offended. I'm like, girl, Sheree, we've seen worse pictures of you. We've seen worse. You did look like Drew. You were morphing into a mighty morphin Drew Ranger, okay? Andy asked Sheree if she still is enjoying the big dick energy from Martell while he's being accused of spreading his big dick energy all over town, okay? Now, this is the gotcha. Martell and Sheree first started hanging out publicly, for attention last season. During the last season, when they take the reunion last season, they were out in New York together. So it's been a full year or so that it's been all this public stuff that Martell has done that I don't understand why she kept talking to him. Because even if the signed contract between your cooch and his peen said we're gonna act like a couple. Okay, we're gonna act like a couple. And while we do that, we're gonna be sure to not get into any, B of the S around here. Okay. And the fact that Martell just kept being pulled into exposed stuff between him and Mel, with him trying to do the revenge stuff on Mel, the stuff that Cold Star kept saying. Okay, it's like, why did you even keep doing it? Why would you? Why? It made no sense. So she then, when I pulled back, from him because she keeps getting caught up in the mess, you know what I'm saying? And this is what, it was a lot of noise, a lot of drama, so I pulled back from him or whatever. I'm like, when? It was drama before the show was airing. And you still, in your confessionals, my man, for no reason. And it was crazy because I'm like, you saw your man being somebody else's man, i.e. a co-star, and you kept playing like, oh, it's not no big issue. It's not no big deal. We're going to leave it be or whatever. And she said, well, what about the revenge? What about the revenge, stuff on his ex-wife? And he said, well, I don't know about that. She said that man was exposed for trying to put out revenge P-O-R-A-N, okay, on his ex-wife. And I'm like, that was something huge. And I feel like Sheree be like, okay, we kind of ignore it because not that much Love and Marriage Huntsville tea will get on Housewives if they don't bring it up. And so, well, I don't know about that, you know what I'm saying? But I did, I liked him. I liked him a lot. Okay. And we still talk, we still hang out. Because I did like him. But I like myself more. I was like, if you liked yourself more, you would have never even brought that man on the show. I think it's weird because we then go into Andy asking Kenya about, girl, Andy brings up Sheree saying how Kenya don't have a man. Because Kenya said how, when she was fussing with Martell, because she did not have a man with her, she matched that man's energy. And Sheree said, well, she never got a man. I was like, and when Kenya said, I don't want a man around me who's around here cheating on me, talking reckless to me to his wife, having babies with, on his wife. And I'm like, right, Sheree is so quick to down somebody who does not have a man, but look who's the man by your side. If Martell is your knight in shining armor, you look stupid. And when Kenya said, I'm dating Roy, I'm dating him, I feel like when you're dating someone, you do not have to bring that person on the show if it ain't real. Not real. If it ain't exclusive. When you're first dating someone, I don't think you should bring them on the show. It can ruin it. It really can. I'm like, that's stupid. It's dumb. Because your only defense is that Kenya did not have a man by her side because Roy was not on camera. But you had Martell pop up 3 times for camera time. And the rest of the time, he probably was over there in Huntsville doing God knows who or God knows what. And I like her. It's like, I said I did not have someone by my side. But I don't want someone around me like that damn man you would. Okay, now there was fussing back and forth, whatever. And when Kenya said dating is hard, like it's hard. And Drew said it sure is. I was like, Drew, how you know? And Saya said, Drew, do you know? How do you know? Do you know yet? Okay, it was just funny. And at the end of the day, Martell ain't shit. At the end of the day, Martell Holt is no hill that any woman's vagina should want to die on. Period. Hey Wanda. Truth be told, Todd was the only present significant other, and he was talking about this movie. The only people who are supportive husbands is Todd and Ross. Ross may not be around all the time because he be in Texas on their business or whatever. But when Ross is around, he about his wife. Like I never feel like Ross is not a supportive husband. He just don't be around as often because of the stuff they have in Texas. But I do think he's supportive, of his wife. And he's unproblematic. He is. Ralph used to be for like a day or two. And he has Kenya of her divorce is final. Look, y'all know it ain't final. I feel like at this point, the Kenya, is your marriage, is your divorce final yet? Like, stop asking the question. Like, I feel like when it is, Kenya will shoot a airplane in the sky and write it in the clouds for everyone to see. I think once her divorce is finalized, Kenya gonna make sure everybody knows it. Okay, but again, he asks, "Is it finally final?" She's like, "No." There's an issue he's bringing up of me accusing me of not allowing him to see Brooklyn. He's accusing, because of Marlo kicking the door, he's accusing me of putting Brooklyn in danger or whatever. So with those things, that all came out in the blogs when we seen the episode air of Marlo kicking that damn door. Let's see. Hey, Miami Gardens. Even if the revenge P didn't come out, the fact that Sheree stood by him after the mother of his child said she was sitting right on his face. That look, you can't look. I don't share dick. That's not my pleasure. It's just not. And if I see the woman you cheated on your wife with for 7 years and had a baby by her is consistently on social media speaking about how y'all still messing around, why would I want to mess with you? Weird. So yeah. But the fact that something that Marlo did has caused Kenya's divorce to be held up, I probably would put laxatives in all of Marlo's milkshakes. I would probably always put a little bit of hot pepper in Marlo's pancakes. Okay, I will always do something or another to be like, girl, because you did something that ruins what was going fine in my life because you had to be difficult, okay? And that's stuff. And when Marlo responds was, I'm sorry that Brooklyn got caught up in our bullshit. No, you caused BS because you are a BS person. And when she was trying to apologize, and I like that Ken said, no, you could have been did that. It all played out on the blog. Like you could have been spoke up and said something before now. Now when Kenya gave them this blank subpoena, I said, Kenya, what did you do? I said, Kenya, what is happening? Look, I'm aware that I don't know. And the gotcha is, I feel like, I'm trying to find, because Kenya posted on her social media, and I saved it. Because Kenya said, you was around here, talking to Mark, being involved with Mark in some way, shape, or form. Okay. I know Kenya posted that thing. Is it here? I'll just use this one. Share your screen. Don't you leave. I don't know why I always sing that song when I do that. Anyway, Kenya had posted, the actual thing she meant to send, but some folks said, oh, it's still fake because the lawyer name on there is the same lawyer and this and that and that and this. I was like, ma'am, look, look, people do a lot of fake things. Okay. There's fakeness all around on social media. But a part of me feel like, why even, I just hope Kenya didn't fake it. Because I feel like, people will like try to see it. Somebody gonna say, well, Kenya, did you really do that? And so I'm gonna hope and pray it was just a mistake. Here you go. It was just a mistake. Share this screen. Because this is what put up. But some folks were saying how the lawyer, was this, that, or the other. But if you look at what it was that Kenya posted, KSM, Kenya Summer Moore, petitioner. You see the other red thing right here, petitioner, notice of deposition to respondent. Okay. You then see down here, petition, it's all petition, but also, you see Marlo name, and then, the man name for the petitioner. So again, her point is, bitch, I served you. I may have printed out the wrong paper. I may have printed the wrong paper, but that's it. That's it. Right. In Fulton County, y'all know you can find anything in Fulton County. So I was like, she probably did just print the wrong thing, gave it to her, and said, here. But because we know for a fact that it was on camera that Marlo kicked the door, we know for a fact that Mark is making that an issue. They would serve Marlo to come because Marlo is the reason as to why all that shit happened. So to me, it makes complete sense. To me, I feel like she did that shit. She did. She served her. But she brought the wrong piece of paper. And the wrong piece of paper, and when Annie was like, let me look. Let me look at what was said. Let me look at what happened. Let me look at what happened. And Annie stopped being messy. Okay. Now, she also brings up how Marlo was texting or talking to Mark because Marlo's number came up in the discovery. So about 2 years ago, Mark and Marlo had some kind of communication, and Mark told Kenya that Marlo was trying to, she was kind of me to get some dirt on you. And so Marlo, I didn't call Mark. I don't remember that. I don't know. Do y'all think that Mark is dirty enough to include Marlo? Is Marlo dirty enough to include Mark and trying to come at Kenya? I don't know, but Kenya said that I don't know. Okay. And I was like, girl, it's messy. So Andy then asked about the birthday dinner, Sheree, birthday dinner. Sheree still comes off delusional to me because she'd be explaining things and it don't be making sense. Because when she said Martell was invited guest, it's my birthday. He was an invited guest. I invited people to my guest. I invited Martell. And that was her way of getting Martell up to her. Like, Martell did not plan this. He did not invite anybody. I invited him. It was me. I invited folks out my birthday. And Andy then said, so you would have paid for him, right? Why would I pay? This is my thing. Again, I still believe if your friend is having a birthday dinner and your friend invites you, I do feel like a friend should not pay for their food. Also, I've had people who invite us. I have friends who in the past will invite people out. They will plan a birthday dinner for themselves, invite who they invite, and they take care of the bill. Either they do, their husband does, their boyfriend does. I've been to those kind of events. I've also been to events where people invite you out and you are made aware, hey, bring cash. Bring cash means we're not paying for you. Bring cash means we're not gonna split checks on different credit cards. Bring cash means no matter what you get, be able to pay for it. So that way no one they don't have to do 12 receipts. They're not running 13 cars for one of, you know what I'm saying? They ain't doing all that. Bring cash. So I feel like when you invite people out, you do make it clear, hey, bring cash. Or, be prepared to pay, tax tip and whatever else, So Sheree making it clear, well, I planned it. I invited Martell. But she then still did not think she had to pay nothing. It's your party, bitch. You plan this dinner. And usually it's a difference between somebody saying, hey, meet me at Red Lobster. Yeah. Friday, at 8, we're going to all go to the Red Lobster. Meet me up there. That usually means, yeah, we're going to pay for our food. But if someone say, hey, I made reservations. It's a party of these many people. I'm inviting you too. Do you want to come? That usually kind of means they are planning a party for themselves. They need to know how many people coming. And that way, it could be like a special menu. But I'm like, girl, what the fuck? Okay. And so I'm like, what are you doing? It was weird to me that she kept talking as if well, yeah, I planned it. It wasn't Martell, but why would I pay for it? I'm like, well, who was going to pay for you? Not Martell. Okay. And when Andy then said, well, you have an interesting relationship with paying bills. Now, Andy was the one who tossed a shot clear at Sheree. Because her point was, his point was, you have a tendency to plan stuff, to do things that you should pay for, and then feel like you do not have to pay. And she then said, well, let me, tell me about a time when Drew or Kandi, about them. And I'm like, why? How they get in it? What did they need? I'm like, Andy came at you, not Drew or Kandi. So I was like, what happened? You know, right. And also it was a last minute thing. And again, I think they said the bill was maybe like $1,500. It wasn't even that much for their tax bracket. I'm not saying for us regular folk that we can continuously spend $1,500 on a birthday dinner every week. No, but if you know what I'm saying, you pick no booby. Anyway, but Annie's like, you the one out here having bill paying issues or whatever. And she went, what about Drew and Keena? Because I ain't the one out here who ain't nobody took me to court for not paying the bill. Ain't nobody ever tried to sue me for stolen ideas. Hey, Johnny. I'm like, hey, Johnny. I'm like, Johnny? Who the fuck is Johnny? The fact that they went back to season 5, I'm like, season 5? You went 10 seasons back? You sat, somebody wrote that read for you. Because who remembers 10 seasons ago when somebody who used to work with Kandi tried to say that he was the one who came up with the OLG idea and Kandi and Ty stole it. Now I'm like, if I'm not mistaken, we for sure had always seen Mama Joyce and Auntie Nora and Aunt Bertha cooking. And Ty, referring to them as the old lady gang. So I'm like, the idea really did come from Kandi's family. Even if that dude said, hey, y'all should a restaurant. It still was because of Kandi's family. And the fact that he was suing Kandi, honey, with Fader as his attorney, I said, Lord Jesus, okay? But Kandi didn't get pissed, like, whatever, OLG, was based on my family or whatever, not Johnny, but you can't even get your runway fashion on your website. Now, again, Sheree Fashions is not on her website, not at all, not today, not ever, honey. And when Sheree was mad, okay? Let me see if I can find a picture. Because Sheree and Kandi was fussing back and forth and was upset. And I thought I had a picture of them fussing back and forth, but I may be tripping. Let me see. 620 picture 7. Where is it? I can't find it. But they was fussing back and forth. And when Sheree said, you clean them dirty ass floors, I was like, not the dirty ass floors. Look, if anybody remember watching Kandi Coded, no. Kandi the Game. There was an episode, okay, there was a full-fledged episode that aired, and it had the floors, they were dirty. They were dirty. And I was like, Lord Jesus. But Kandi and Sheree going back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, and again, Andy was the one who shaded Sheree. So why would you then bring Kandi into it? Okay, her saying Kandi flow was dirty, it was dirty. Okay, we discussed that back on the show. Sheree Fashions are not on her website. That is what it is. Okay, go mop them nasty ass floors. Okay, in your restaurant. Why the fuck you? When Sheree said, "Why the fuck you so concerned with my shit?" I said, "Oh, she's mad." When Sheree fully pronounced her cuss word, she's bad. Okay, now worry about your dry ass face. I'm like, nah, she got a dry ass face. You put all the shots in your face. Okay, you look better now. Sheree face look different. Sheree done got up, walking around upset, showing off her body. Okay, everything. I'm like, why are y'all fussing so hard? For what? It's stupid. Sheree, your face did look different for some time. You did, and even though she said like I got this stuff taken out, I got it fixed basically. And when Sheree said, "Bitch, you could never," and she was girl straight stood up, and bitch, you could never, you can't sit with me. I had the shot removed, bitch. Okay, you could. I was like, Sheree is mad. Sheree is mad. And when Kandi said, you low down, or you are low down, dirty, nothing ass bitch. Keep tightening up your face. I said, I was like, again, but this to me is another reach of why are y'all fussing so hard? There's really no reason on either end. I would look, but it's like y'all back and forth in it for no reason because the floor, but at least Kandi restaurant open, you know. And she then said, "Well, Kandi, you didn't have 4 surgeries. You didn't had the surgery done 4 times. You love surgery." And Kandi, I know that ain't true. You know, I have had work done. You know what I'm saying? But you had jobs too. When Andy then said, "But don't all y'all go to the same surgery?" I was like, "Bitch, right? Y'all fussing about surgery when everyone on the show has admitted to having surgery. Y'all use the same doctors. Why y'all fussing? For what? It's stupid." Well, Kandi received 2 F ratings, so we know there are some things not good about the restaurant. Because Kandi's restaurant has, been closed down for violations and everything. I think right now they are open, but she has had that. So, but again, we did see the dirty floors, but we also saw Sheree discuss, having her boob done, her nose job done. We've seen the fact her website wasn't working, did not have the stuff on it. Okay, I do think it was also performative. It was too much. I was laughing. I recast in new faces. Now I knew Sheree was built. Built was built. Because Sheree body, it is what it is. We did see Friday have a nose job. She's an adult now. Come on now. Waffle House has an F rating. Y'all, I have never ate at a Waffle House. House. Him love Waffle House. Like he would drive to go to. He makes trips to go to the. We don't have none here in Michigan, but I don't. I don't like it. I don't want it. Or I don't eat that. We don't have one here, and I'm not driving to go to Waffle House, so we don't have one here in Michigan, at all. But it's kind of crazy. I heard the Waffle House was nasty. Anyway, Sheree then prints off her little newsletter, whatever. The fact that Sheree put a she newsletter together, I'm like, Sheree, why have you not put this much energy into your business? Why? Like, share, subscribe. Why have you not put the energy into the business? Hey, Universal. How you doing? Took the road. Okay, why take the time? You made the time to print out a pamphlet that was all stuff about Kandi. I would have made a pamphlet about Kandi, Kenya, and Drew because those are your nemesis. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why you left that to just Kandi. In my opinion, I would have read Kandi down. I would have read Kenya down and Drew. Whatever issues you had would have been for all 3 of them, okay? And Kandi, I wish you would have put out some fashions. And I agree. I feel like Sheree, she by Sheree is a whole brand. And Sheree puts this energy into everything else except her brand, except her. I told y'all she has fibroid issues that she was discussing surgery with her doctor and said she did not want to have surgery because she did not want to be in recovery for 6 weeks. And then went and got a titty job and a nose job, which causes you to have to be sitting down for a few weeks while you heal. If y'all thought Sheree was out here in the world with a nose job, she wasn't. She sat down and chilled out. So again, it's stupid, okay? And when Sheree was saying how what Kandi stole tags use Amazon and Shein and Alibaba stuff too, and she uppriced her stuff too on tags. I said, girl, but Kandi's point was, I don't claim to be a designer or to sell the original fashions. The reason her store is called Tag is because she put tags on other folks' clothes and sells them. Kandi don't make clothes. Kandi and Rashida both have a business of selling other people's merchandise. That's just what it is. Kandi she's never said that wasn't a thing. But I'm like, but they told Sheree to do that. Now, Sheree's point was, you can't talk about me upcharging for my Alibaba stuff when you do too. Because if the stuff is on my website, it's Alibaba hoodies that I can get for $2 and sell for $100, and you have Alibaba dresses that cost $2 and you sell for $35, it's the same thing. But all of y'all is doing the same thing. Everybody is just trying to do their business. The difference, again, is Kandi store has been open for, I think they said like 14 years, 13 years, whatever. Long time, whatever. And she's always sold other people's clothes. Kandi is absolutely ordering from Alibaba and them for $2, putting a tag on it, and then selling it. Sheree should do the same. The difference is Sheree made it seem like She by Sheree will be a luxury brand of designs made by her, and that just wasn't what it was. So I was like, girl, bye. And when Andy asked her, has She by Sheree made a profit yet? Not Kandi. Sheree, last season is when your website was supposed to come out. Okay. So it's been about a year, since this thing happened. He said had the business made a profit. Well, Andy, it takes about 3 or 4 years before a business is going to turn a profit. And I'm like, bullshit. It takes that long for regular folk who does not have the promotion, who does not have the connections, who does not have the help you have. That's the crazy thing. You're saying that your business has not made a profit. One, because the shit too expensive. That's one. Two, because you're not even marketing your stuff. That's crazy. You could have easily been like Kandi selling Alibaba clothes on your website and put a little itty bitty She by Shein sticker on girl bye. So it's bullshit. Okay. Now she did give Drew a She by Sheree tote bag and had a little thing in it that said, end scene. I was like, girl, bye. Bye. I don't want that bag. The bag's too expensive for no damn reason. Sheree has every right to want to have a luxury brand, but she don't operate as a luxury brand at all. Like, why do you not have a She by Sheree reunion dress? Sheree came in there in a hoodie dress that was She by Sheree. Anyway, they did get on Drew being in the past. Drew brings the past to what Kandi and Todd. Drew said how the 10-day filming thing was very aggressive, but that the experience was better than she thought it would be. Okay, because the Todd is a first-time movie director. Was it the director? I don't know. Todd is the first movie Todd did. Okay, so her point was, it was his first time. It was better than I thought. Okay, Kandi said I was funny that she said, she only wants to be in like Lifetime movie or above productions. As in what we did with bullshit. Now we know the past came out on Peacock, and when Drew said my point was, it wasn't about Kandi. It was about Todd. This was Todd's first movie. So usually folks, first movie, like I wouldn't be in it. You know what I'm saying? I would pay less than what I usually get paid. Okay. Now we did hear Sheree mumble to Drew, or not to Drew, Sheree mumble to Marlo. I heard they pay her only $10K. So Marlo, they paid you $10,000. Kandi said we pay her more than that. Now, when Drew said at the end of the day, when the offer came into my talent agent, to my agent, they passed on it because the amount offered is lower than my minimum through the union. Okay, because my agent and them denied it and said, nah, not around here, partner. Okay. Ty called me. We had a conversation because I know him. He's just started. Now I said yes. I was nice and I said yes. But again, as she said, as an actress, as a working actress, I have a minimum through my union. So why is that not understood? I didn't have to do shit. I was like, I mean, I get it. I do. I fully understand her point. Now I still feel like Drew was being shady. Completely being shady. But I get her point in saying my agent even said no at first. And had Todd not called me directly, you know what I'm saying, I would have still been like, no. Now, Kandi said they pay her more than 10 grand. We don't know how much more than 10 grand. But knowing that it's a 10-day shoot. If they paid Drew $10,000, that would have only been $1,000 a day. So I don't know. But the movie was what it was, and I feel like I don't think Drew gonna be in no more movies with them, because Kandi sent her punk ass speak on last night, and I was upset when I speak on it, but whatever. And I only watched some of it. But when she said her and Drew not friends, and whatnot, so I was like, girl, even though on social media today, they were talking to each other. Let me show y'all what they were saying. After the back and forth of it all. I did not think I'd be on this long. But we're here. So, there you go. Drew was saying, Kandi, I respect you and would hate a small disagreement to hinder our friendship. I appreciate your support of me and my craft, but as a friend, there's a lot that we need to unpack and discuss in order to move forward. I have questions that need answers. She replied, and I would love to sit down with you and have that conversation. Drew also said to Kenya Moore, because Kenya Moore, she said Kenya Moore couldn't act or something like that. So Drew said, Kenya, I know we talked about this already privately, but I just wanted to make a public apology. Anytime it was made about your career, it wasn't necessary. You are a superstar, legend, icon. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget forever the moment, okay? And I mean, Wendy Williams said it.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
I mean, so Kenya said back, thank you, Drew. I appreciate this. Keep shining. Let nothing nor anyone stop you. Now, I also feel like, are they doing this because, let's show what we will show next season if we get more stuff, if we get a new season. Let's see, Kandi claims to have so much money, but she's always trying to lowball her talents. What was she the one paying her workers? Girl, was she $8 minimum wage? Girl, we gonna see. But again, even look, us seeing Drew and Kandi argue on the thing, which I'm talking about in 1 second. Seeing Kandi speak on how her and Drew not friends. Look. Everybody, in my opinion, is trying to be friends to keep their job. Because if I've already said on my thing, we're not friends, we don't need to talk. We don't need to talk. I will never say publicly that someone is not my friend unless I'm done with them. I may say, like, we ain't talking right now. We got some things to work out. But like, once someone says we're not friends, we not okay. We don't have to be friends. That's just me. Andy asked Kenya if she was upset with Drew, calling her a liar. Sorry, girl. Andy asked Kandi if she was upset with Drew, calling her a liar. And that she made up a story about the movie and the kiss with LaToya. I am so sick and tired of this conversation. Look, at the end of the day, I feel like this. Portia allegedly banging Bolo, Drew allegedly kissing LaToya, all happened off camera. It all happened off camera 2 seasons ago. It really should not have came back up. Now, we know during that season, Drew always denied kissing Toya. She never said she kissed Toya and then took it back. Now, she did say in life she has kissed the girl before at one point, and then this season, she did say, I didn't kiss no girl. That was a lie. But Drew never said, yes, I kissed Toya and then changed her. She never did that. And like Sonya pointed out, the only person who changed the story is Toya. Toya first said it didn't happen. She then said it did. Then said it didn't. But I still feel like that happened off camera. So even then, in season 13 when it came up, and Drew kept saying it did not happen, I'm like, why keep, if my coworker, if somebody I'm cool with is saying, hey, this ain't happening, I'm not gonna keep fussing about it because I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. And if I know someone I'm cool with has already said they didn't do something, if somebody else bring it up, I'm not gonna say, yeah, it did happen. Why? Because I know that person gonna keep saying it didn't happen. So to me, usually they say if something happens off camera, they leave it off camera. The fact that a big chunk of the end of this season, was about her talking about that was crazy to me. Like, why is it that it happened? Something that happened off camera 2 seasons ago should not be a storyline now. It's dumb to me. It don't make no sense to me. Because again, I already know Drew gonna deny it. If I know someone gonna deny something and that kiss ain't got shit to do with me, I'm not gonna stick my neck out to say it happened, because they're gonna tell me I'm lying. And now I have a fight on my hands when I don't care. I also want to point out how Marlo said, well, I saw them very, very close in each other's face. That's the same thing that Kandi said and Kenya said. They all said Drew and Latoya were very close with each other in each other's faces, like they were kissing. And if Drew said we were in each other's face, very close, talking, I didn't kiss her, at that point, I don't care. If anybody is in here being negative, ignore them. I haven't seen shit. So there are mods in here. I'm sure the mods are helping. If candy coated haters are in here, that's fine. Ignore them. Mods know how to remove people who are saying dumb things. However, I haven't seen anything dumb enough for me to speak up and say, get the fuck out of here. So, we're gonna leave that be. If y'all see folks saying dumb shit, ignore them. That's what I all day. Let's have a quick 30-second addressing of it. All day I have been on my social media having to block people saying crazy things to me in the comment section on IG, in my comment section on YouTube, and on my comment and on Twitter. I said what I said. I defended myself for what I said. I defended myself for what I did not do, and I don't have no qualms. People gonna be in the comment section saying dumb stuff, so block, bookity block. If y'all see anybody in here, again, if people are supporting Kandi, I don't care. As long as they're being respectful, ignore the bullshit. So, I've been dealing with it all day. Trust and believe. Okay. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? We JayBirds know what I did do, what I did not do. Because of what Kandi said on her thing last night, I know folks is around here, and that was some bullshit too. We're gonna leave that be. We are moving on. We are fully moving on. But I am aware that it's some Kandi going to line people was up in here, and I'm leave that be. So it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Ignore anybody who you feel like is being great. But the mods know if somebody's around here being disrespectful, they can be blocked. But opinions, that's fine. Okay. we're gonna just focus on. Okay. Anyway, but the point is, Drew has always maintained that she did not kiss Toya. Kandi keeps calling her a liar because Drew called Kandi a liar. And the fact that it's a thing is kind of crazy. Now, when Drew called Kandi, don't say Kandi could have lies. I said, Lord Jesus. And her saying people are afraid of Kandi because of her following, I can say that now I can fully see how that is. Fully. I can see that. How people may feel like, oh, don't say shit because Kandi has a whole huge following. And you know what I'm saying? It can be a lot or whatever. So I'm like, you just stand up for yourself, period. And again, if Kandi thought she saw them kissing because it was close, okay. If Marlo said I saw them close, but did not see them kiss, okay. Again, it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter. Now, when Drew brings up how with Kandi, you said how you kind of don't be believing me, okay? Because on the after show, you mentioned that you did not believe me about my sister's mental illness. Now, Kandi brought this up on something. I think let's pick on it. How she said that to Drew, but we see that they never aired that, but it showed the clip of it on here. I don't recall seeing that on the after show at all. So I'm like, was Bravo smart enough to not show somebody questioning someone's mental health or believing someone discussing their family's mental health? You know, because I don't remember seeing it. I kept looking for it, but I could not find which episode it was on. But Kandi said it, and Drew said, you saying that how you don't believe it was crazy to me. And Kandi, you be lying. I didn't know. You know, and Kandi Lynn said, because of how I feel you be lying and how you be lying today, I feel like you be gaslighting Ralph. And I was like, oh Lord Jesus. What? And to me, I don't understand. I would never say, I think you be gaslighting Ralph. Because I'm looking like, I don't think that's the thing. I don't see Drew gaslighting Ralph. We've seen Ralph gaslight Drew. You know, and again, I still feel like the show was supposed to be about, you know, supportive and supporting people, but I'm like, you know, some people ain't supporting Kenya in her divorce with Mark. No one is really supporting Drew in her divorce with Ralph. So I'm like, at the end of the day, they're not cool. They're not friends. So I don't expect people who don't know me to understand me. So I feel like if people don't know Drew, okay, maybe y'all don't know Drew, so y'all don't believe into that. But I'm like, y'all supposedly know that lady. So for me, I'm like, if I'm fussing with somebody, I'm not gonna say, you know what, you probably the issue in your marriage, because that ain't, you know, because me and your beef ain't got shit to do with you and your husband. You know what I'm saying? Like how Kandi will argue with Todd and what's going on with her marriage, that ain't how she gonna be with the ladies. What she may take from Todd, she may not take from whoever else. What she take from Carmen may not be what she take from somebody else, because it's different relationships. I'm like, I would never say to somebody going through divorce, you know what? You probably do be gaslighting Ralph because of me feeling like you're lying about kissing Toya. I would not give a fuck enough ooh, so that in here. I would not give a fuck enough to even have that be a point of reference for our friendships. I'm like, girl, whatever. They then bring out fake cousin Courtney and Monietta. Fake cousin Courtney never needs to come back. Fake cousin Courtney should always go away. Fake cousin Courtney is stealing.
This ain't stealing. This ain't stealing.
But it is. Courtney, to me, is trying to steal Drew's peach. Steal Drew's husband. Steal Drew's life. Because why are you so conjoined to Ralph's hip in your imaginary cousin world? I don't get it. I don't get it. Y'all like the video. I don't understand it at all. It's weird to me that I'm like, they really brought Courtney out and Monietta simply because Courtney and her connection to Ralph. The fact that they have not even gotten into Courtney's debacle with Kandi, Courtney's debacle with Kenya, nothing. It's crazy. It's insane. I don't understand. Okay. So Annie said, look, exactly how do strangers know me? Just loud and wrong. Ooh, loud and wrong. But I think somebody got their ass out there. But I'm like, I saw it before it went away. Girl, if they not hating, you ain't popping, okay? Come on over here and be the haters. Anyway, so she said, my dad's sister is married to Ralph's uncle. So your aunt married Ralph's uncle? Why couldn't you just say that? Like, why was it the whole, my dad's cousin, sister, brother-in-law is married to Ralph's cousin's mom's brother's sister. It was like, your aunt is married to his uncle. Y'all are connected by marriage, but y'all don't know each other. Y'all was not raised. Y'all are not family like that. You're not. So I feel like, it's a bunch of bullshit. You not a cousin. You're not. Y'all running with it. You're running with it. If I find out that my uncle married somebody and who they married already had family that was already born that I don't know, why would I say that's my cousin? For a storyline. Okay, anyway, we did see Drew toss a peach, not a peach, a plum. When Drew tossed that plum, I said, girl, stop throwing things. Don't do that. But she tossed the plum because, bitch, we got the peaches. Look, Courtney was vying for a peach, and she got a plum. Friend up. Period. Okay. And Andy then asked about Roy and Kenya and Roy Platt and some Marlo. It was so cut up because my notes are in order of the conversations, and I'm leaving out some things that I didn't care. But the fact, why did y'all, anyway, asking about Roy and Kenya and Marlo and blah. I feel like Kenya did not get mad about Marlo being in who went on a date with Roy one time. I feel like they wanted her to have an issue with it, and it did not make any sense. And she said, he responded back to her live. He responded back to a story that Marlo posted. They showed that before, but I'm like, I just don't understand why they're like, well, Kenya, why didn't you make it an issue? He said it had been years. They had not saw each other. It was one little date. You know what I'm saying? It was not no big issue. I'm like, I didn't get no fucks. I didn't care at all. Okay. And when she said, Marlo know what no date, because Marlo know her dates end with somebody putting money on the dresser. I said, not money on the dresser. Not money on the dresser. But it was what it was. Okay. And then asked about us not seeing Roy much on camera. Now, Kenya came with some bullshit because Kenya said, well, Roy didn't like how he saw people say he used to date Marlo, and he didn't like how Marlo said that she popped his cherry and blah, blah, blah. And he said, but that stuff was filmed before. Like, that wouldn't have stopped him because he would not have been able to see it because it had already happened. So they're trying to say Roy only came around a couple times with food from his restaurants. And they said the same way Scotty came around discussing his restaurant. Okay? The same with Martin got to nobody else has anything to promote. But again, I'm like, I don't care. Now, Kenya sounded dumb because you can't say he did not like something and that's why he did not film when he had already filmed. Now, if Kenya meant, hey, recently, since we stopped filming, why haven't y'all seen us around each other? It's because he did not like what had happened. That makes more sense. And then asked Sheree about her trying to make peace with Drew, but keep Drew's lawsuits. How she does not address people in person. She does shit in the confessional. And why she did not defend Kenya when Kim was saying, oh, is Kenya still alive? When Kim racist Zodiac Behrman said, oh, is Kenya still alive? I was so mad. I'm like, why she gotta be dead? It's confusing to me. But Sheree said, look, in this group, we all called each other out. So even though I tried to make peace with Drew, of course, I still brought up her stuff because we do that. Like, we all do that. But we should be able to do that and then still be friends. I feel like Sheree will say that, and when someone does it to her, she gets pissed. She gets pissed. And I don't understand why people don't accept the same treatment they give out. You can't want to ask me all kind of crazy ass questions, and when I ask you, you're stuttering or you get upset. So that was bullshit. She said she's not scared of anybody. She does not only like respond in confessionals, but she does. It was weird. She also brought up how Kim, when Kim said that, I didn't think Kim meant it. And Kim said that the point. The point is what it was a nasty thing to say. And Sheree said what it was. It was very nasty, okay? But what was I supposed to say? And they're like, you should say that was wrong to say, okay? And when she said people talk about me and no one stand up, I'm like, see, that's the whole thing. Well, don't want to stand up for me. Girl. It aggravates me. Okay. They then speak on Courtney referring to Kandi as a ghetto with Sheree and it's like laughing or whatever. I feel like while Courtney did not say Kandi is ghetto, she for sure spoke about and talked from a place of it being as if Kandi was ghetto. I'm like, I gotta cuss folks out. You know what? Are the comments crazy, y'all? Because I'll put on subscriber only chat. And that'll shut everybody up. So Maz, is the chat, is it stupid? Are y'all having a really block, 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 block? Because I'll cut on subscriber only chat real fast. Customization. Let me see. I just want to see because I'm almost done. It's gonna be about 10 more minutes. Y'all okay? Okay. Okay. Ain't here, girl. But what was I at? What was I saying? Oh, calling her ghetto. I feel like again she did not call Kandi ghetto, but she 100% did reference the ghetto and Kandi, meaning, that's what it is. That's what it's gonna be. Okay. And Sonya brought up how you told me that, when Drew called me a flip flopper, how you laughed. And so I'm like, that was see that it's that tit for tat shit. Because you laughed at what Drew said. And I didn't but the issue was you lied and made it seem as if when she referenced you as ghetto, that you stood up her, and that just wasn't true. That wasn't true. Okay. And so again, this reunion, this clip together reunion was so weirdly and the fact that Monyetta was sitting there and not really saying much, even when they brought up, Marlo slamming the door. I'm like, why is that? That's a part of the conversation. Marlo's tried to slam a door on Monyetta that one time at band camp. Really? It was stupid. And then how, Monyetta called them hyenas because they would act like hyenas, like a pack of, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And she said, well, y'all, that was how I was acting, because I told y'all what she did, and y'all was kind of gaslighting me and make me believe it didn't happen, and it did. And watching the back, y'all saw she did it, so y'all was on some B of the S, okay? And I was like, girl, not a conversation about a door being, girl. And I still feel like Marlo was wrong for that, but I was like, this all y'all got? This all y'all got? Courtney calling Drew a bitch. Drew said, fake cousin Courtney was always on the bed. I got so bored. Because, Marlo, why did you send the video to Latoya? She's already said it because she wanted her to see it. Okay? She wanted to see it. Drew, you so mad about her calling you a bitch? Why do we care? Courtney is insane. Courtney is delusional. Courtney is a stalker. Courtney is a fake cousin Courtney. And as I'm watching the reunion, I'm like, this is so boring. It's so put together. It's so fake and fugazi. I don't understand it, okay? And then they asked Courtney about her saying Kenya falling on the trip was her karma. And I said, any person who say, oh, that was karma, well, you want some BS. You don't even know Kenya enough to say she's getting karma from something. You don't know that lady. It was just dumb, and they then speak on Kenya's salon, and like Kandi said on social media, but Millie Chung, who posted on her social media and said Kenya had been lying about her salon. It wasn't open, and if it was open, it was fake and fugazi. And Kandi said, well, no, she's adding things. And Kenya did say on the reunion, I had a soft opening, but instead of, fully opening up now and then have it closed down in about 6 months to add my, the loft, the second floor loft, I said, just do it now. Take the 6 months and do it now. So that way, once I'm open. And I was like, one is right. So somebody really went to the salon and then said, this construction in there. It's like, yeah, because she's building more space. So it was true. Somebody did say something about Kenya's salon that wasn't true. She is adding the loft space. And it makes sense to add all of that now and not have to close later. And I feel like Kenya knew, hey, let me film something for the show. So let's rush and get the first level done, have a soft opening so we can show it on the show. And then they did not show it. So I was like, girl. Now, with Drew and the lesbian and the cheating, this and that. So we know Monyetta had said on the the season finale, that Drew said to her, hey, if me and Ralph don't work out, I'm going to get with my crush. My crush is Ty. And that's, she said it because that's what Drew said. Now, Drew then said, I did say that. I was joking. I was on a movie playing somebody with a lesbian lover and she was gonna be with the person, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it just makes sense. I won't say it makes sense. Look, I don't know who Drew banging. I don't. And but I can say it's not insane to believe that she was joking about it. It's not insane to believe. But it's still like, I don't know. But Cher saying I was joking about it. Like I wasn't being I was playing the lesbian. Whatever. And so that part was whatever. Then when Andy asked Courtney, like, what was Ralph telling you? Because you keep talking like Ralph told you A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay. And Ralph was upset and hurt by Drew and her lying and what she was doing, and how Drew keeps projecting on him projecting what she was doing onto him as if he was doing it. Drew said, that bitch don't know nothing about my life. She don't know nothing about my marriage. Okay. Ralph just met her yesterday. Okay. Ralph had been coaching her because she said the same thing Ralph is saying. So it's some bullshit, okay? And keep my son name out your mouth, bitch. Stop. Don't you say my son name. I was like, I think she's upset. I think she's pissed. It's gonna be a thing. Because I feel like when we compare Spice and Erica B, and Spice saying, oh, your son don't like you. I do feel like that was going towards Erica as a parent. I feel like Courtney saying Drew was trying to force Ralph to adopt her son to get money for him is insane. That is speaking about Drew as a parent, but bringing up her son being adopted is more speaking about the son. It's speaking about who will be a parental parent in his life. That is speaking about the son. It's also speaking about Drew. So Courtney doubling down, saying, I said it. And Drew was like, Drew was pissed. Drew was pissed. Because her point was, keep my son name out your mouth, bitch. Keep my son name out your mouth. Period. And the fact that this would make me mad. Everyone on the stage is a mother. Even Marlo, because she's raising nephews. And let's take Marlo out, because she ain't raised kids from birth. Okay, she ain't raised kids from. She's been raised a couple years, but again, it sometimes hit different when you have always been the primary caregiver for a child. Be that a biological child, adopted, whatever. Okay, I feel like if nobody on that stage can understand Drew saying, don't mention shit about my child. The fact that only Kenya and Andy was like, you did speak on that lady child. The fact that for what we said, we don't know what they cut out. That's what we don't know what was cut out. Drew going off on Courtney was pure amazingness, motherhood, mama bear-ness. Period. Saying your mama don't really want your dad to adopt. She wants some money. That's what it was. She didn't care about you being adopted. She wanted some money. So bringing that up, Drew would have had every right to walk over to Courtney and donkey kick her in her chest. Because Drew and Ralph discussed him adopting that little boy. The fact that the boy has Ralph's last name. Josiah has Ralph's last name. He just was not legally adopted. That was some bullshit. Okay, you a fake cousin. You got a cousin, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And you were talking shit, not knowing the cameras was rolling. And when Courtney said, whatever, or what you gonna do? When Drew was like, keep my son name out your mouth, and she said, or what? Or what, Drew? Or what? I was like, oh, this bitch is insane. This bitch is crazy. Because who tried to make it seem like I don't have to not talk on your kids? Donkey kick. Okay? And I don't condone violence, but donkey kick. You hear me? And Courtney, like, you wrong. I didn't say nothing about your son. And you seen Andy and Kenya both say, yes, you did. Andy and Kenya was the only one who said you did speak on her kids. Yes, you did. Don't lie. Yes, you did. The fact that no one else spoke up. Not Kandi, who's a parent. Not Monyetta, who's a parent. Not Courtney, who's a fucking parent of an adult. Not Sheree, who's a parent and a grandparent. Not Monty. Not Sonia, who's pregnant with a baby. And when she then said, I knew the camera was rolling. I can't repeat it over and over, okay? I can talking about his adoption, ain't talking about him. I was like, donkey kick to the chest. You hear me? Because that is directly speaking on that child, their adoption, who wants them, who doesn't want them. Spice telling Ergamina, your son don't like you because you told me your son don't like you, to me, is different than saying somebody is setting up their son to be adopted by their husband for money. So they can run around and be a lesbian and let him pay the bills and pay for her son. That is speaking on the adoption of that child. That is directly about that child's adoption. You should have never brought that up. And for me, I feel like when you beefing, but you see some shit is wrong, if you do not speak up, then you condone it. Because if anybody said something about Kandi and Todd don't have to be respectful to Riley, that is her daddy, because Todd ain't her daddy. If somebody said, did Riley get a nose job because she don't want to look like her daddy and she don't fuck with her daddy, she'll be pissed. Keep my child name out your fucking mouth, okay? If Monyetta had folk around here talking about her Neo kids, she would say, what? Keep my kid name out your mouth. If somebody told Sonya that she a bad mama, her sister is really the mama, she'll be bumbleclot. She'll be pissed off in Jamaican and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? All that will come out. So I feel like even if y'all don't really rock with Drew, how do y'all look? If you can't come and support your fellow mothers in the midst of bullshit, then who are you as a woman? Y'all are on the same platform. Y'all don't have no real beef that's that tough. You don't. There is no real beef that's that tough between any of these women. The only ones who can be pissed possibly is Kandi being pissed at Marlo for saying she be getting people shot all the time and don't want to talk about it. Possibly. Because you can feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's it. But I was like, I don't understand how no one was like, you know what, Courtney, you was wrong. You was wrong. And the fact that Ralph ain't said shit, because that aired the minute I saw it air, I would click. Look, I know what Courtney said as Josiah's stepdad, dad in life. I do not condone what she said. I don't think my wife pushed me to adopt Josiah to be a paid lesbian. I don't think that's what she did. But the fact that he ain't say nothing is dumb. Now, Drew, you know, did post on social media and said, I must always protect and stand for my children against this type of evil. I gave him the opportunity to shut his unverifiable fake cousin down for her disgusting comments made concerning my son. However, he refused to do so, and it breaks my heart. Okay. She meant to be nasty and rude, making comments and dragging my child into this. Kids are always off limits. That's it. That's done. We're done. And I 100% support and stand with Drew. I ain't never seen when you are beefing with somebody, even when you going through divorce, the kid should be. And the fact that Drew said the reason I ain't been saying much, I'm trying to protect my children, because Josiah is old enough to see shit on social media. And this season, to me, and this thing that happened as of recently, y'all know my opinion changed. This scene shit, like, wait a minute, this bitch, you really around simple shit. But Drew, like, bitch, keep my son. Look, if Drew see Courtney one night walking down the street in Atlanta and she donkey kick her, we got bail money. We have bail money. Because kids are off limits. And when you are acknowledging that you said stuff on camera on purpose, donkey kick. Period. Now, part 2 come on next week. And we shall see what's going on. How she did you, my opinion on Kandi and Sheree. Child. You know, because I some folks feel like you beat the dead horse. You keep, so I'm trying not to even, you know what I'm saying? But every time something new happens, it pissed me off a little bit more. But yeah, I won't change. You know, I will still review the show the same way I did. I'm still not, you know, out here trying to, you know, be like, oh, you know, feel bad for me. Poor little me. It ain't that, but you know, the fuck. Just seeing, even, you know, even the comment section of her speak on it, of her talking about the episode. That's her opinion. But how some folks feel like because she don't like Drew, that's why they felt like she allowed Courtney to say whatever about whatever. Because I feel like Courtney also don't like Kenya. And when they got on Kenya and Courtney calling Kenya fake, what's your fake? No, mean girl. Candy said, let's move on. Let's move on. Because that's her friend. And we know that as Candy said on her own words, she ain't friends with you. I'm a black content creator and you try to take money out of her home because you're so scared of the public people. Wait, Jaylee is a black content creator and you try to take money out. Oh, I'm like, what I do? I'm like, okay. You know, and you know, the bad thing is it's almost like I can't respond because folks, oh, she just trying to use it for clickbait. I'm like, how the fuck is it clickbait if it's happening to me? I am confused. And you know, that's why even after to speak on it, I'm like, I'm not gonna go live. Commented in her live chat and said, I never posted a full video. I posted a 6-minute and 16-second clip of the mental conversation. So insinuating that someone, i.e. me, reposted a whole video is a full out lie. And now people are in my comment section tagging me, coming at me because of what they said. That did not happen. So, that's fine. I always knew who it was. However, they did it because of what it was. Even though Jamie flagged it, she did it on Kandi's behalf for Kandi's channel. And the only thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to keep talking about it, but like shit came up like last night on Speak On It, and her and Kandi both said somebody took the whole video, which ain't allowed, and they reposted and put they watermark on it. And I'm like, the only video floating around YouTube is mine. Not YouTube, floating around social media is mine. So y'all did not have to say my name. Y'all speak my me. I don't mind being held accountable for taking the clip of the mental health conversation and repost. I don't mind them saying because that's what I did. But them saying on Speak On It that somebody took the whole interview and reposted on their page with they watermark. So folks are in my comment section, in my DMs, tagging me on Twitter. You stole it. You're a content stealer and you ain't shit. Jaylee blocked me. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, nigga, that ain't what happened. So that's what made me mad yesterday. Because it's not what happened. It isn't. Say verbatim, that person took the part we took out of the mental piece and she reposted that on her page and then she had a watermark. But also let me show all the blogs when they repost a video, they put their watermark on it. This or that when it's shared, it promotes their channel. It don't mean it's their content. So folks who come on saying she put her watermark on it. That's why that ain't got shit to do with it. Nothing. If you're gonna call somebody out, just call me out for what I actually did. Don't lie on me. That issue I had. They reposted the whole video with her, with they, and they did not say my name. They didn't have to. That video, the clip out parts ain't nowhere on social media beside the one I reposted. And to make it sound like, or make it seem like, you know, they reposted it on their page as if it's their content. I took hours editing that and they just took it. I was pissed. Because I was like, bitch, that ain't what I did. Y'all got folk thinking I stole that shit. And I was like, no. So that's what made me pissed. That's what got me blocking folks left and right. That's what had me with my comments off, so that even though I have a lot of positive comments, I do. I thank y'all for supporting me. I thank y'all for knowing I ain't for the bullshit. I thank the JayBirds who have seen me and know ain't no ill intent in my fucking bones. I ain't built like that. I don't need to do that at all. Did it for clickbait. I was like, I did it for a conversation. Say that. Say the same reason, the same thing I said in my video when I reviewed it, when I did commentary, that I put on the neighborhood talk, that I emailed to Jamie when I emailed asking for the strike to be removed. And even folks who were saying, and she then sent it to other YouTubers. I did. I sent it privately behind closed doors, as many of us do. If y'all don't know, many YouTubers in the sector, if we have something that someone should see so that when they talk about it, they don't sound loud and wrong, we do share content so folks can see shit, the comments about it. I didn't send shit to being, oh yeah, let's rip. No, that wasn't the same. My exact word to who I sent it to. Hey, because I know when you do your gossip chat part, I want you to see what was said so that your opinion on it can be valid. And even people who watched her speak on it, and she spoke on it at the end, at the very end, and she still did not apologize or acknowledge saying what was said, triggered people, upset people, to not say, you know what, I didn't mean this, I didn't mean that, my bad, I'm sorry. They ain't even do that. Well, folks were upset. Folks were mad. And we don't know how to, we don't know how to talk about mental health. So we don't know words to say. So I can now say I do feel differently about Kandi, because I do feel like either your team lied to you about what I actually posted, because maybe you did not see what I posted. So if that's the case, that's fine. That's fine if you didn't see it. But I'm going to speak up for myself, and I don't give no fucks about Kandi supporters who think they can bully badass me into not saying shit. I don't want to be the dead horse, because I'm not a housewife channel. I'm not a Kandi stan. My channel was for love, everything. Gossip, this, that, pop culture, foolishness. I'm not a housewife channel. Oh, I ain't doing that. Look, unless she interviews somebody from a TV show, I'm not reviewing shit. And if she interviews somebody from a TV show, I will take my fucking notes and drag them holes word by word. I don't have to do watch alongs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that because it's fun, but I can still read from my notes and it'll still be fun. You know what I'm saying? So anyone making this, she stole it from the bank and she stole my work and she just put. And when you talk to somebody via email and they like, that ain't what and I get, they don't know me. I get that. They don't know me. They ain't been, as far as I know, they ain't been watching me. So they may not know my spirit. They may not know how I am. Y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do. However, the fact that unless somebody else reposted the stuff that no one saw and no one tagged, and they mean somebody completely else, y'all speaking about me, because no, and unless, and as I said last night, that fucking post is still up on the neighborhood talk. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Y'all was on, you did a whole speak on it, for the reunion. You know what I'm saying? And you then did the conversation about the clip, how y'all took it out because it was triggering people. And then one, somebody somebody took it and reposted it. And we don't, but however, the one little blog, me, but y'all ain't asked the blogs to take it down. Some folk, support Kandi, that's fine. That's fine. And I told y'all before, I don't have an issue with Kandi. I said that during it. I kept saying, I don't have an issue with Kandi or Jaylee. I don't have an issue with them at all. However, when I saw what was said last night, I was upset. I was pissed. I was pissed. I was very upset because y'all still did not address it. You still did not address it. And you kind of just passed the buck off on, we can't control what someone says. People come on, speak on to drag and drag and drag and drag. We can't control what they say. You know, you're supposed to speak on, we can't control it. But people will trigger, so we removed it. And then somebody reposted it and put their watermark on the whole. And I'm like, so when I posted on Twitter let's when I posted on Twitter last night, because I'm like, fuck it. If y'all still here, you know, it is what it is. You know, last night, let me see. Because I was so pissed, and my mama convinced me to not scorch earth and go on live and burn the place down. I posted, if y'all follow me on social media, I posted on Twitter and I posted on IG. And I just asked the same thing I explained to y'all, hey, they did not say my name, but I did not post the whole video. I don't like being accused of like stealing someone's content. I reposted just a 6-minute and 16-second clip. So what was said on the speaker on it was some bullshit. Okay. I just want y'all to know. I think I blocked them since then. But oh, maybe it's still right here. Team Kandi's Twitter page came to my post. And again, I've been getting negative posts all day. Some stuff I leave because it's just folks' opinions. I don't block someone until I feel like, hey, you coming for me directly, leave it be. And they said, just like you can post, look, they said, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna show what they said. My point is, they said some bullshit that made me upset. And because I feel like, why are you even in it? So for folks who don't understand, who's seeing stuff in the comment section here, trust and believe I'm getting it from all angles. And blocking that shit. Bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping my peace. I'm relaxing. I'm relating. I'm releasing. I am being sure that the people who know that they, people who know, they tagging folk and naming folk who ain't got shit to do with nothing. So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I can say I do feel differently about Kandi, but strictly because of how I felt like this was handled. And that does not mean, because I ain't never said, oh, I leave me alone. I ain't never said that. I have adamantly held myself accountable for what I did. Jaylee's out there playing victim. She made 2 victim videos about Kandi. I was like, which way, girl? So, watching this reunion today, I did see things differently. I did feel like, what would Kandi say? Drew probably do be gaslighting Rob. Why would she say that? I wouldn't say that even if I don't like Drew. You know what I'm saying? So I can say I do see things differently now. I'm still not going to be biased. I'm not going to drag Kandi for no reason. I'm not going to make up reasons to not like this or that or that or this. That ain't what I do. It ain't never been me. But in the comment section, and for the folk who are currently coming at me, that's fine. But when Drew said some folk are scared of Kandi because of her numbers. She has 10 million followers. So who wants to battle with Kandi because her following will swallow you? Not around here. Not around here. No. I'm Detroit born and raised. And while I have my moments of aggravation and frustration, I refuse to let my anxiety get the best of me today with these comments and responses from people. I refuse to let them try to cause bullshit and be divisive with people in my life and people I know. I refuse to do it. I have great minds, so I don't see much bullshit when I'm talking. I try to stay focused on my commentary, but I absolutely feel like I feel differently. So watching this reunion, and I still feel like all of them can be replaced because I like it's like, was I wearing rose-colored sunglasses? Was I not seeing shit right? I'm not sure. But again, I will never be mean to somebody because they fucked me over and lied on me on their big ass platform, and I called it and I said, "Bitch, not me, not today." I would never do that. I would never do that. That ain't how I don't have to be biased in me. I don't know Kandi. I don't have an issue with someone I don't know. However, I cannot like how things were handled when I never asked, to be like left alone. I never asked. No, I just said, "Hey, can you remove the strike? I'll take it down. No issue. I'll take down the 6-minute video of the clip of y'all talking about her." I saw those comments and leave the old me with in the deep conversation. Look, I almost was doing that. That's why it took me so long to get through. I started watching the episode at 3. At 3 p.m., I started watching the Housewives, and then the comment section on my Twitter I'm like, how the fuck I keep dinging? I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, what? I'm like, I did what? Like, that ain't even true. I'm like, what? And again, y'all know how fast a lie spread. A lie was spread faster than hoes' legs on payday. You hear me? And the truth is sitting, waiting to be picked up. Thank you, KC. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Look, the JayBirds, I am 100% aware that the negativity that I'm getting is a part of the game. My issue be I don't like anyone feeling like, yeah, they're stealing shit. She's a bad person. And I'm like, but I'm not. Like, I did not. Yes, I posted a clip, but that was it. And this is, you know what I'm saying? That be my gotcha. Do you want your moms to block the really disrespectful comments on your videos? Just report them. Remove. If you see that they're disrespecting me, remove. Get them out of here. Get them out. Period. If somebody just has a different opinion than mine and they're giving their opinion, I don't mind that. Like, don't fuck with folk who just don't agree with me. That's fine. But y'all know when they being disrespectful about shit, yes, get them out. Because we have time for that bull of the shits. Thank you, Universal Goddess. Look, y'all have been the empowering people in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bullshit. So y'all know me, and y'all opinions of me matter the most because y'all know me. But the JayLeesha in me, the JayLeesha in me, be wanting to respond and defend myself because I know how quick a lie can be spread. And all it takes is for one fucking tweet to spread. And then, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. So I'm just blocking folks on my social media who are being disrespectful. Not folks who don't, because you can disagree, I don't care. I'm only blocking the people who trying to be bully badass. And because I don't want to get into my Jayleesha bully badass mode in response, because it'll then make me look bad. You know? So I'm like, period. And let me reiterate for the last time so that no one can say I'm trying to play victim. I'm trying to steal from other YouTube creators. Detroit versus everybody, for one. Absolutely. A lot of YouTubers repost interviews and do commentary. That is typical. We do that. It's regular. Regular. I do it all the time. Regular. A lot of people catch shit and repost it even after it's gone. The blog do that every day. Every day. Every day. We've seen blogs post unedited shits. We've seen them post unedited fights. We've seen them do that day in and day out. And celebrities do one or two things. They ask the blog to remove it. They don't care. They let it blow over. Or they respond to it. That ain't what Kandi did. Even though I have specifically said what I did, took accountability for that, apologized for that, took it down. Anybody still coming for me, I now know you want some bullshit. And you want to believe Kandi lie and Jamie lie and saying that somebody, again, they never said my name, but it ain't not none other post of that clip on social media except for the one that I posted. So that's the only reason I'm saying y'all lying on me. And again, if somebody else took the whole thing and reposted it and just no one knows about it, because y'all know every person who had brought it up, it has been with my logo on it, my watermark. Everyone. Okay? My watermark. Everybody who's reposted that clip, it has my watermark on it. That's the only reason I feel like y'all talk about me. And just don't want to say my name, because that makes sense too. And because I am a small YouTuber. I am a small YouTuber. Even though folks may be smaller than me. All I wanted was, if y'all was going to speak on it, just say what I actually did. Because when you say shit like somebody took the whole video and reposted it, the fucking Candygram people around here on some bullshit. Anyway, I've been watching you since the Kaya Maddie situation. You've been clear and thoughtful with commentary. You're always commenting in a fair manner. Because y'all know I ain't riding for no bullshit. Y'all know I'm thorough. Y'all know I love to make sure when we talk, we are talking from a point of knowing and seeing and having a rational conversation. So anyone thinking that JayLeesCorner reposted a 6-minute clip, I'm sorry, let me say what they said. If anybody think that Jaylee went and took somebody's whole video, their whole interview, put my watermark on it to make it seem as if it was my video, to get paid for it, like I stole that content, it's a fucking ass lie. I put it out was because people kept saying, "But what a clip at? Where's that? Where's that? Where's that?" Okay, here it is. That's what was said. Now talk about it. So I don't need to go. I don't need to have any other conversation with anybody on Kandi's team because I'm not fighting no big ass dead horse. I'm not. Eventually, people will stop commenting on my social media and they'll leave me the fuck alone. And until then, I'm gonna keep entertaining y'all like I've been doing. I was popping before I posted that clip. That clip only got 16,000 likes, 16,000 views. I have other videos I've had in my time on YouTube that had more than that. That was not my biggest video. My biggest video was when Martell and when that fight happened at Madani on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and the whole time when Monique and Daddy's son was fussing with D.L. Hughley. That's what got me tons of attention. And that was me doing what? Watch along commentary to shit. I don't need to repost a clip from Kandi Speak on it to get attention. If that's the case, wouldn't everybody do that? I appreciate that y'all come here and hear me talk. I don't be interviewing folks. I come and we have conversations. The JayBirds come here for conversations, and that's what it is. And that's why I always say I built my channel so that I don't need no fucking gimmicks to keep folk watching me. Who gonna watch me, and that's it. And I love y'all for supporting me and not wanting me to do more, be better. No, JayLeesCorner is JayLeesCorner. I built this shit brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let another motherfucker ruin my shit if they don't like how I do shit. Thank you, Chanelica. And my Kaya voice, Kandi girl. You are not my world. You may not, and you might as well lift the video edited as you spoke about it. And that's the thing. It's not like people did not see the shit. At all. I think I'm watching you for about 3 to 4 years, somewhere in between. I'm really impressed with you, how you can look. Because the old me, I've always said I'm happy I did not start YouTube until I was in my 30s. Because 20-year-old Lily would have been, look, I would have been on a plane to Atlanta. Period. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And again, I want to reiterate, I have no issue. I did not have an issue with the shit, but I have issue. Don't do that. So again, hopefully, eventually the comments will wear off. Folks will leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Kandi fans, her team, leave me fuck alone. Because I'm no longer fussing and arguing with anybody, because for what? Then it makes it seem like I did it to, you know what I'm saying, have it keep going. So I was like, yeah, I did. I was like, yeah, leave it alone. Okay, leave it alone. But I don't want anybody like, oh, she said, and that's why I'm like, I didn't want to discuss it. I didn't want y'all like, she keep. I'm like, and the shit just happened. My channel got a strike on Thursday. Today is Monday. So it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's been 5 days. I made one video about my strike. I did an update about it being removed. That was it. I kept going on about my other life and other shit. Anyway, y'all know we love around here. We are a positive bunch. It is too much BS in the world. I love for y'all to come here and just get away from life's BS. I don't want y'all to have to deal with my BS. And so we're going to just hope and pray that we keep going as JayBirds community. and that, you know, whoever here for me is here for me. And if anyone has subscribed to be a hater, the mind's gonna just block you. They're gonna block you. Love music. That's it. Come on, and see, this mean Maria Celine official be here from the beginning, because that's my original theme song. You hear me? I ain't perfect. I'm not perfect, but I ain't a liar. I ain't no thief. You hear me? Anyway, I love y'all. Okay, I will review next week's reunion. I'll be live tomorrow night at 9, because I'm back at work tomorrow. So tomorrow 9 p.m. we'll have a gossip chats and whatnot. Y'all miss game night. I'm gonna do, so for those of y'all who are new, we have game nights. I'll either do Black Card Revoked. I may come up with Jeopardy stuff for us to play Jeopardy. Maybe I'll do Jeopardy. That should be fun. I'll plan that, you know, within the next couple of weeks. But I love y'all. Y'all love me, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? And I said what I said. I did what I did. I apologized for what I did wrong, and I stood up for myself. I will never allow anybody to bully me into feeling like they are too big for me to reply because of the backlash I will get. Gotta go. See y'all tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.